Hey everyone, it's Jenny Garcia with another December daily process video, and this time I'm gonna have days 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And on day 6, it was really simple. I'm just gonna add one of the gold vinyl stickers that I cut on my silhouette using a vinyl that I bought from Target either last year or the year before. And on the right side, there's a photo of day 7 with Charlotte and some lettering that I did for Tombow. I'm also going this page protector from Simple Stories has 6 pockets of 2x2 squares, so I'm gonna put in 3 of them. I'm gonna put these in a creative bubble. They're not element. Yes, I think they're elements. Yeah, they're 2x2, and I'm gonna put 3 elements, and then I'm gonna do shaker pockets on the other 3. And I decided to use the yellow on this one to match the Cheerios box, and yellow to match that Grinch layout I made. I really wanted to use these candy canes in one of the pockets, but I was afraid it was a little bit too bulky, and this album is already full, and I'm not even halfway there, so I just decided that I was going to use the one of the sequin mixes. It's one that have the traditional holiday colors: red, green, white, and it also has a little bit of pink. And I'm looking for cards to back up those 3x3 cards, and I didn't want to use 2 red cards. I felt like it was a bit much, but I think I did. I just edited this, and I am I'm already forgetting stuff. So I cut that white card out, but I'm going to end up not using it. I just put it with the rest of the cards because it was like too much white to also use that card too. So I'm going to end up using that one with stripes, which is a very old Freckle Fawn card from one of their kits. And on the other side, I'm going to use the red card from In a Creative Bubble, the one with the little nutcracker in the middle. And I just wanted to use the pattern, so I'm going to cover that little circle. I could have used pattern paper, but I don't know. I don't have that much pattern paper on my December daily stash. And also I thought the page, not the page protectors, the little cards work better. And I'm still going to use a little bit of adhesive on the vinyl numbers just in case it weakens with time. I use one of the Citrus Twist tabs that has punch holes. I used it last week, and now I'm just going to add this photo. I didn't want to glue it in case I decided to staple something or stamp something, but I kept it super simple. You can see the other side in my last video. And I love using my guillotine instead of my trimmer. I do have a Fiskars trimmer and a Cricut one, but I love that it like sharpens every time you use it, rather than discovering last time, as you use it, that the blade is not the blade is dull, and then you cut it and it like peels the paper, and I kind of hate that. It's something very simple, but I really don't like it. So that's what I use, and it's a pretty big one. It's 12 by 12. I could use a smaller one, but I'm afraid of the quality. I've seen a lot of people use like a little Fiskars one, and I've wondered about that, and I've been tempted, but I still like mine. And I'm very practical. I'm like, if I have a big one, do I really need the small one? I know it takes like a lot of space, but it works. And I'm obsessed with the We Are Memory Keepers organizer. I'm so happy I grabbed it. I remember going to Tuesday morning to pick it up with my daughter. And I was like, should I get it? And she's like never fully, she never really fully gives me the answer. She's like, gives me either like a very vague statement, like, do you need it? Is it very important? Or, yeah, do whatever you want. But I'm glad I listened to myself. I'm so wise. And just a little close up of the photos, and I did add a little sticker from the last Feed Your Craft holiday kit. And I wanted to add this photo. I love this red because it also has really, really, you can barely see it, green lines, and it looks great. And of course I can't just put the photo there. I have to like keep adding stuff to it. And I'm going to use that Holly Jolly die cut, which also came in the Feed Your Craft kit. And in a few months we're gonna get like the sneak peeks, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see, because I know that last year I was working on 2019 like during November. By the time December came, I was like burned out. But I did know that I didn't want to use the 2020 kit on 2019. I wanted to save it for 2020. And of course, if I have leftovers, which I think I will use it on December 2021. And I added one of the Pretty Little Studio stickers. And I have to take out the other one, because that one still has a bunch, but there are a lot of sentiments that are gone, so I don't have a big variety. And here I am trying to make that little candy cane work, and I really thought on the next spread you're gonna see that I'm gonna do another shaker pocket. And I had, well, let me not get ahead of that. The thing is that I'm going to be able to use one of the candy canes. But I've changed my mind a few times about it, but I'm happy that I went with just the sequence, and a few of them kind of like got into the pocket without my permission. I used a Beadalon bead scooper to add the sequence, an awesome trick I learned from Serena B. And the little jars where I keep the sequin mixes I make are from Dollar Tree. They have smaller ones and they have these bigger ones, and I use both. I love them. And I reuse them all the time. And also, if I have a friend that I'm sending something to them with sequins, I always send them on those little, jars. And I'm going to use an All Happy Planner cover to seal my pocket. Works really well. It's always a plus to reuse things. And some of these pockets had like a bunch of white. I wanted more color, so I was trying to reach for the very big snowflake sequence. Well, they're not that big, but since these pockets are so small, putting more than one snowflake in these little pockets makes it look like way too white. And I keep trying to mix it. I also have inside here some candies, and I have a video where I made these sequin mixes if you want to see my process, or if you want to see the other ones I made. I will link that in one of the cards. Also, if you're not very good at making sequin mixes, I would say that if you really want to learn, just try it out. It's a lot easier than it looks. And also, Pretty Little Studio has a holiday sequin mix that it's super pretty, and I really like it. It has bright green little trees. It has a little bit of pink, some red, some white. And this is how this card turned out. It also has little gingerbread man. I also use smaller nail sequins. I mix everything in there. It even has a Santa red sequin. This is the first spread, 6 and 7. And the next spread is going to be 8 and 9. And I'm going to use the card that I didn't use for the other side so I can mount another photo of some lettering I made for Tumbo. I letter one quote from Noel. And I really like how I staged that photo. I'm awful at staging photos. I just want to show people what I make. I hate the strategies, let me stage the crap out of this. It looks beautiful. I love seeing it on Instagram, but to actually do it, it's tedious. I just want to be like, here's the layout, and I gotta be like, no, I gotta fill the frame with lights and flowers and happiness, and it's just so annoying. And after training myself to do it, now Instagram decided that it's a video app because we don't have any more of those, right? Right. You're in YouTube, just to remind you. But you know what? Let me not talk about Instagram. We're not friends right now. It's it's weird. Instagram is weird. Let's just go out and say it. And I'm gonna add one of these hearts from Studio Calico, and I love these. These are from Color Theory. I bought a pack in red too, and I love these bright colors. They also match the inks. So here is the photo, and I added that little heart trim. It's very old. It's from Freckle Fawn. And here I could have sworn that I was filming, but I wasn't. But it's nothing too different. Just some die cuts, a little bit of washi, Pretty Little Studio stickers, and the gold number. So I was, at least to look on the bright side, I didn't miss any groundbreaking, technique. And at first I really wanted to add, my first thought when I saved that peppermint bark chocolate packaging, I was like, I'm going to make a shaker pocket because of course I have to. But I then realized that there was nowhere to journal, and I was like, well, I'll do the pocket and then I'll slide a little card in. It'll work. And the cards on the bottom of the left, that card, not card, that photo, it's a 4x4. And on the other side, I had a 4x4. My first thought was just make a pocket with a 4x4 and then take that 2x4 and just make another sequin pocket. But I was like, no, that's overkill between the 3 little ones on the other side and the one in the candy. That's way too much stuff. So I decided to just use a card, and I'm not sure where that card with the light blue, turquoise plaid is from. I want to say I'm pretty sure that it's either in a Creative Bubble or Feed Your Craft. And the big peppermint is a gift tag that I got from Target. I got them at the same time where I got the stars that were in my Christmas tree video. And they're pretty awesome because I have smaller ones that are from Pretty Little Studio. This one has glitter. I can't talk today. What's up with me? Okay. Whew. This one has glitter. The ones from Pretty Little Studio are foiled. And I bought like 3 because they don't sell them anymore, which is sad. It's an awesome pack. Maybe I should tell Melissa hey, because I know that the Christmas line of Pretty Little Studio for this year, it's in the works, so maybe we can still give her ideas. And you can always join the Pretty Little Studio fans and forum group. You can check out for sneaks, special discounts, projects from the design team. And even though this card is a journaling card, I'm just going to use it as kind of like a title card to put my 10. That one is from In a Creative Bubble. And that day, Charlotte made that little 1 through 3, etc. card. And my daughters love the game Super Mario Maker. If you don't know what Super Mario Maker is, you can make your own Super Mario level as hard as you can. You can put any enemies, pick what powers you use, what kind of style. So she left like a little thing of things that you have to add, like 3 Bowsers, 7 blocks, like 12 coins, something like that. And I didn't really journal because it was pretty self-explanatory, especially with the card with the instructions. I'm also documenting the package that my daughters got. They got their Yubin Elf pack, and it was super simple, and they loved that because we love mugs, and fluffy fuzzy socks are our jam. And of course, candy. You can't go wrong with that. And I just added the little title. And I was going to journal about that in the card with the peppermint. But when I got the photo on top out, I realized that there were 2 photos. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to add a little flippy pocket and it'll work out. And it worked out perfectly. I don't know why I forgot that there were 2 photos there, but as I was going to add this one back, I was like, oops. And I was like, awesome, because now I get to make this candy packaging just a shaker pocket like I wanted. However, it's a little tricky because, boxes are put a certain way, so it wasn't gluing correctly. And then you'll see my solution to that. Super simple. So I'm looking for a card that I can journal, and I'm going to use an Ink Joy pen since I'm using the card that I printed. And I print these with Canon matte photo paper. And when you use the felt tips on the matte photo paper, like the Monojoy pens or the Mono Twins, the Jumbo Twin Tones, sorry, it kind of ruins the tip. So I just use a gel pen or a roller ball pen, something that is not felt tip. So I'm going to glue this on the photo. That way I can just add the flippy pocket. And I'm going to bring my giant guillotine to cut off the edges, because sometimes I print the 4x4 cards a little bit too big, but doesn't matter. It's because normally the page protectors from Simple Stories are a lot bigger than the Studio Calico ones. And then the Becky Higgins one, the Project Life ones are right in the middle. It's really strange. I feel like they could all should get together and pick a size, but whatever, it works. And I'm going to use my Martha Stewart bone folder to make sure that everything is nice and nothing's going to come off. That Martha Stewart bone folder comes with a scoreboard. In my opinion, it's the best bone folder out there. The other ones are like too chunky, or at least they don't work for me. I prefer this one. It's really flat. And I just added a stamp, which is from Feed Your Craft, and it's called Sending Holiday Cheer. And a photo of them holding their little happy packages. And I used the Studio Calico Poppy ink, with matches the little stars that... Well, no, wait, I only used... No, actually, yes, I used the red little stars. You can see it on the 10. I'm gonna add another sticker. You can see boxes peeking on the back, and it's this whole moving out and packing during Christmas mood. The thing that I do like about these Studio Calico ones, it's that since they are a little bit smaller, the pocket fits perfectly. And I'm gonna make that little sequin pocket. I don't want to make it too big because then it's not gonna fit in the packaging. And also, I don't want to spend sequins in places that you're not gonna see. So I marked the little hat in front of the packaging with the Tombow Mono Twin permanent marker. And that way I know that I have to use diffuse around that little space. And I'm going to add the little candy, and then I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm just making sure that you're not going to see the marks, that there are enough sequins in that little pocket. Once I know for sure that the pocket is ready, I'm going to seal it. Always leave a little space out. And in things like this, I always like to make one extra border or two, just in case. And I'm going to use the Tombow Extreme Permanent Adhesive to glue the pocket inside of the packaging. And this glue is awesome for that kind of stuff. It works perfect on page protectors, difficult materials, so it's perfect. And the pocket, I tried to like leave a little space, cut a little space out, that way it didn't block the Christmas hat, the Santa hat, but it kind of like felt like it was gonna open, so I decided to use my stapler to keep everything in place. I thought about sewing, but normally my sewing in the back comes out a little bit messy. You don't need to cover the whole thing. I just needed to make a few staples so it stays like close and shut. You're not gonna see, it's not gonna come out. And this is how it looked, and I'm excited. It's cute. And it's from Target. Which another thing, I love packaging. I love little bits. So that it's for me important because Wonderland is the current brand from Target. Which in the future that might change. They might change the logo. Target might not exist. I remember seeing a picture of Woolworth and I was like, what the heck is that? But that's the important things about documenting this, things that don't seem that important, because things change all the time. It's the only constant ever change. So it's good to document, this little items. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am getting in the mood. I'm sorry that I'm not uploading Project Life for right now. I want to finish this because I'm on a roll. And if I do something else in the middle, it's going to trip me out, and then I'm going to have a harder time when I start working on it again. So I want to finish this December Daily album. That way I'm done with it. And by the time December comes, I am going to be in the mood again. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you click on the little bell. That way you get notifications for when I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Bye.